Hey, what's up, guys? Make America great again, again, again. Again, 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 again. Did you guys see that? That was funny. Again, again, again. So as you can see by my third eye, can you see? 12 watching. Could somebody say, I just gotta know what's getting through. Alright, I gotta. The latency. Hey guys, hey Cerebral, hey Denise, hey Rachel. Kill switch. 5311. You can see my third eye. You saw what I did today. You saw me. You saw me. I have a bone to pick with some of the people in the comment section. So if you're watching, you can call in and we can talk about it. But I'm gonna address this, and then I have some clips to show you guys. Check this out. Look at this, dudes. Look at this. They like. I had to wear this finger condom, okay, to vote. All right. I went out and let me take this off because this hurts my finger. How's my finger supposed to spread my seeds if with this flipping finger condom on? But yeah, I didn't wear a mask. So my friend met me because she already voted, but she was like, we were thinking that the lines were going to be long. So she was like, well, I already voted, but I'll come in the morning and I'll stand in line with you. And I was like, cool. So it was basically, we just waited for like 5 or 10 minutes. I was the first one there, but it was cold. And I just sat in my car, but everybody had masks on, and everybody was like, oh. So my friend gets there, she's like, oh shit, do I have to wear a mask? I was like, we ain't wearing no damn mask. So I thought it was gonna, I was gonna have to throw down about somebody, wearing a mask. But nobody gave me any issues, and nobody gave me any troubles, but we were just really careful what we talked about in line. So while we were talking, I was like, yeah, I remember when I voted for Obama, and I'm thinking the people around us, I was like, yeah, that's the ticket. They probably think I'm a leftist too, just like them, because we obviously stood out because we both didn't have a mask on. But I did. I remember when I voted for Obama. I talked about it, and I did a video this morning, but I talked about it, and the lines were long. Like, I waited over an hour to vote. Last election I voted for was in 2008. And then I didn't vote for Obama the second time, and then I didn't vote for Trump. I didn't vote for anybody. I didn't vote for Hillary. I didn't vote for anybody. And now I'm voting again. I vote again. So we'll have to see what happens next election. I'm not one of these people that believes in voting just to vote. I actually have to like the person I'm going to vote for and believe in the person if I'm going to give my energy to that person. But I had a couple people in the comment section that get mad, and they're like, how can you say that you're woke and you believe in voting? And you teach a conspiracy realist course. So if you want to call and talk to me about it, we can talk it out. But I would like to address that because it's getting too frustrating when I when I want to thoroughly explain myself. I don't have the time to write like paragraphs and shit, so I'd rather just talk say. So when I do teach in my course that I have is that, and I actually have one a module on the government and how government is used as a means of control. But I also teach in the course that you have to be open and you have to look at evidence and you have to do what works for you. So you can't always be so rigid that you're not open to change. I had to be open to change to have the views that I did now. There was a time, after I found out what a sham Obama was, I was like, well, I don't think I'm ever going to vote again. And I was just like, well, I don't think voting matters. And I think in this point in history with this situation, it does. I don't know what it's going to be like next time. I don't know in next 4 years. I don't know where I'm going to be at. But I don't think that, I'm also not one of these people that, hey, Mo, I noticed that there are a lot of people that are like, that are conspiracy realists or truthers, and they're just have this very dank perception of reality that no matter what we do, nothing's ever going to change. The leader always going to control us, and they're always going to win. I don't fucking have time for those people. I'm just like, kill yourself, dude. Like, I'm like, why do we even try? Why are we doing what we're doing? right? And then I still have friends that they don't believe in the system and they don't vote, and that's fine, but they respect my views. That's fine, you know. I don't care. I still love them. I'm not going to make them vote. I'm not going to guilt shame them into voting. But for right now, where we're at this point in time, I don't really even see this as a politics thing. I see it as a battle between good and evil. And I think that the way the elite works, they need our permission, or they, whether they manipulate us into doing it or not, they need our energy in order to get, they need our consent in some way, and that is usually through voting. But I do believe in the left-right paradigm. But the left-right paradigm exists because there is somebody on top of like controlling both ends. But I think that Trump is an outsider, and this is why they're coming against us, or against him. And I'm saying us though because he is one of the first presidents in my lifetime that has actually delivered most of the promises that he has said he was going to do. And this is what the people have been wanting. So if you have a president that delivers what you want as a person, maybe they're not working for the elite. Maybe they're not. Like the guy that called in from Canada the other day, and I'm totally fine, and I get what he's saying, but I just think, as a person that doesn't live in the United States and doesn't understand the problems and understand what's going on, they really don't get it. I don't know. I just don't have that attitude that nothing could be done and there'll always be elites that will control us and that we have no power. I don't believe that. And I really can't believe that because, then why am I doing what I'm doing, right? So anyway, oh, ha, ha, ha. Ha, 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 Robert Rodriguez. That's funny. Yeah. All right. You made me laugh today. And then somebody else got mad because I cried. I was like, dude, I wasn't planning to cry. And I didn't technically cry in the last video. I teared up, okay? I didn't go into the video was like, I'm going to cry. Do you know how fucking ugly I look when I cry? I didn't want to cry on video. But I was making that video for, I was making that video before I went in to vote because I was waiting to vote. So the guy was like, you shouldn't cry. And I had to stop watching because you cried, but go and vote. I'm like, I was about to go and vote. So I voted, as you see, voted for Biden. I'm just kidding. It's so funny. I voted for Trump, of course. Kanye wasn't even on I had a friend that was voting for Kanye, but I'm just like, dude, what does he deliver? Just fucking look it up, dude. I'm so sick of people that are like, oh, no, go like that. If you want to look for information that shows what he's done. There's a whole PDF that somebody's put together about. Here, let me see if I can find it. You're in luck because I'm being nice today, right? Trump's accomplishments. So they have here. Oh, I think I found it. I think I have it in my notes. All right. There we go. There you go for the person that can't, like do a Google search and it's so hard for you. Oh, I should title it. Here, I'll title it for you too, right? And in this PDF, they have links that you can go and you can cross-reference and you can see. It's not just a list. It's a list with proofs and stuff, okay? There you go. There you go. I'm happy today because it's Take Our Country Back Day. So there you go, honey. Right? There you go, guy. Right? If you just want to say, like, what if he died? Well, I don't, like, why don't you figure it out? I'm so sick of people, like, pretending that they're lazy. I mean, they are lazy. But we live in a world where pretty much anything is accessible to us if we want to go get it. So, I even get comments where people are like, where are we doing it? I'm like, it's in the description section. And I'm still nice. A lot of times I'm still nice. I'll just I'll just copy and paste it. But most of the time, you guys just look in the description section. I feel like, when I was a teacher, I would go off on my students. And, because it's like we live in this, people just want people to give them the answers. They don't want to seek. And it's so funny because I had a teacher that would say that. And now he would always tell us, his catchphrase was, be a problem solver. Right, Mr. Hayes? He would like, be a problem solver. And we were like, no, just give us the answer. We don't want to think. It hurts our heads. It hurts our brains. But like now I'm starting to see adults like that, and it's driving me up the fucking wall. Like, be a problem solver, okay? Um, so yeah, it's apathy that's gotten us into our situation. What else was I gonna? So cry, conspiracy, realist course. Oh yeah. So if this guy's watching, unless I made him mad and he like unsubscribed, but um what you didn't even open up the link. It's fake news has had so all the links has been fake. You're fucking lazy, dude. Are you fucking just go fucking like I shouldn't say it, but I'm just like, dude, I'm not even trying to like. That's for other people. Other people are gonna use that link and use it to their advantage. People that actually want to wake up. People that don't want to be slaves. If you want to be a slave and just live in that link is fake news. That link. So that actually is a file. It's not a link. So that just goes to show me that you didn't even open it, right? There are many links. So all the links on the file that I gave you has been disproven. Give me a fucking break, dude. Give me a break. So anyway, let me see why I had to. Oh yeah. So if this dude's on here, it was on my music page. I think no. It was on another video I did. So this guy comes on and he's like, "Oh yeah, Trump has done so many good things for colored people." And I was like, "Are you 80, dude, or are you like leftist trying to pose as a white supremacist?" Because there are all those people that they say, "Oh, I'm a leftist," and no, I'm a white supremacist, but they say really horrible shit because they think that's how white wing people think. And this guy had like a Confederate flag, and his name was like Good Old Boy something, and I was just like, this guy looks like he's trying to pose as a right wing person, and then he was using the word colored. That doesn't offend me, honestly. I mean, but if you're an older person and you use that word, it really doesn't bother me because I know that's what they called black people back then. And even watching like the old Malcolm X. I was watching some Malcolm X footage and stuff. They used the word Negro back in the 60s. So it's kind of weird because now that would be so offensive to people today. But my mom's, almost 80. She calls Asian people Orientals, and I know that would drive some Asian people. She's not racist, but she's like, that's what they called them when I was, I'm not up with the changing, PC terms and stuff. So, I mean, I get it, but I didn't know if that dude was really just an older dude and he was using the word color, or if he was a poser, right? And then other people jumped on and they're like, "You sound like a leftist." Y'all are triggered. Like, I just want you conservatives to know that you ain't above being like triggered. All right, just because you're conservative doesn't mean you can't be triggered. Okay. So I just want you to know, like, you got triggered. Okay, just it's funny. Is Chinaman racist? Yeah, I wouldn't use that word. I had an uncle that when he was in Vietnam and, he didn't really like, a great uncle, I shouldn't say an uncle, great uncle. He didn't like, Asian people, and he'd call them Chinamen. Yeah. And what's funny? When I used to teach English, because, especially when I was living overseas, a lot of people would actually be concerned about that. They'd ask me, they'd say, "Oh, do you know what should we call black people if we have to reference black people?" And I'd just be like, I like black. I don't have a negative association with the word black. But I have, so I would just tell them, I'd just be like, say Asian American, say African American, just because they don't know who they're talking to, and people do get so easily triggered. So you do, especially when you're like learning a language and you're learning a different culture, you kind of have to be sensitive about that, because you don't want to offend people. And if other cultures have the same types of words that when you're learning Mandarin or you're learning Spanish or whatever, you have to be sensitive. But I mean, like, Chinaman's not racist. I mean, go walk up and call an Asian person that and see what they say. Depending on, if they're Korean, it's racist. Don't you call somebody, like, you get the Asian countries mixed up, they'll beat your ass. You know, call a Japanese person a Chinaman and see how long you know, without getting, see if they don't curse you out or go off on you. You can do what you want. I'm not trying to tell people what to say and what not to say. I'm just saying, like, you know, that, I mean, if you want to offend people, go ahead. You know, if it's the programming is so deep that in certain situations it's just easier to use the PC terms because, like, for instance, I was I hate being PC, but I also, I mean, you gotta just pick and choose your battles. So when I was doing Lyft, I picked up this guy, I know this lady, and I was like, oh, what do you do? She's like, oh, I help the undocumented migrants. I'm like, oh, the illegals, the illegal immigrants, and we kept going back and forth, and she didn't correct me, but when she brought them up, she kept using the word undocumented. And I was like, oh, so that's really nice that you help illegals. And she, like, the look at her face, I could tell that she was pissed. But see, like, I'm older, and I'm like, I look at the word illegal immigrants, and actually, it technically is illegal alien. That's the legal language of it. But because of this whole culture, now it's made it offensive. But I just hate that because I also think it's subverting and trying to lessen the fact that people are here illegally by calling them undocumented. But why are they undocumented? Because they don't have documents, because they don't have documents because they're not legal. That makes them illegal. So to me, but I wouldn't even refer to anybody as an undocumented alien. When I talk to them face to face, I just call them by their name. So all these, you know, and like with the terms, like the what do you call them, like the gender pronouns and all this shit, it's so retarded because nobody even addresses people with those titles when you talk to somebody face to face. I mean, don't you just call people by their name? It's so stupid. All right, so let me see. What's up? Everybody's here. Do y'all vote yet? Some of y'all, if you don't vote, that's fine. Who did not vote? Who does not believe in voting? Let me chastise you. I'm just kidding. I don't care. You got to do what's right for you. Like, I remember, it's so funny. I remember my cousin going off of me 2016 because I was like, I don't vote. I don't believe in voting. I don't believe our vote counts. And she's like, well, black people, like, fought for the right to vote. You need to vote. And I was like, yeah, actually, we fought for the right to vote. That means we have the choice to vote or not. Doesn't mean we have to vote, you know? She got so mad. We got into a huge argument. The election before, when Obama, I remember screaming at my best friend and being like, you have to vote. The time is now. You have to vote. But now I'm just like, I actually apologized to him and I was like, I was a crazy person. I'm sorry, you know. And I just wanted Obama to win because he was black. That's it. Like, I didn't even really look into why, you know. I was voting for him. I just wanted America to have a black president. And I can admit that now. At that time, I couldn't, but now I can. All right. Hey, there you go. All right. Which is stupid. But now I actually I'm voting for someone that I believe in, and yeah, it's really exciting to vote for somebody that you believe in. But you know, at the same time, you can't idolize everybody. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. I don't think that he's going to solve all our problems. A lot of that is up to us. Even if the person that you want to win doesn't win, you still can't wrap your life and your destiny around who is the president of a country, because no matter where you are, whether you're an American, whether you're from Germany, I saw say, hey, somebody from Germany, I saw somebody, what's up? I love Germany. Whether you're wherever you're from, whether you're Canadian, you can't wrap your destiny up in whoever is in charge of your country. Life is bigger than that, right? We all die, you know, whether you believe you go someplace or not after that, whether you believe it's over or not after that, that's up to you. But even if Hillary won last time, I was going to be like, man, you know, I was going to be upset, but I wasn't going to like think that my whole destiny depended on the fact of whether she won or not. I was going to do what I felt like I needed to do to survive or wake people up in this country, whether she won or lost, you know. And a big, huge part of that was exposing who she was before the election. So she didn't win. And I think that was very successful. Not just me, but A lot of people, Infowars is really great at that. That's why I believe they came under such harsh attack, you know. Um, so yeah, anyway. All right, let me just show you a few clips. Actually, let me do we got a lot of people on here now. Let me do my what do you call it? My promos. And then I actually have a couple of clips to show you guys today. Some inspirational, one funny one. So there we go. All right, guys. Donates. I actually took down my PayPal and stuff for people that want to donate at the moment because I'd really rather you donate to my film project. I'm trying to raise money to do a film and an album. You can watch it here. The music video leads to the page, and then at the end of the video is an explanation. You get perks for each donation that you make here on the side. I write out, what I'm trying to do. I break it down. We need 5 people. It looks like a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but at the same time, if I just have small donations from everywhere, then I can make my goal. All right. So $5. We need 47,417 people to give us $5. 23,708 people to give us $10. 11,854 people to give us $20, which is, I think this is the mark I'm trying to hit right now, because if you donate $20 at the end of next year when the album is done, you'll get a digital download of the full album. 2,370 people to give $100, 474 people to give $500, and 237 to give us $1,000. All right. Please join my email list, on my music page, BOXP.O. That's the name of the band, BOXP.O. You can also see the music video here. Look, all the evil people, their faces are falling off. It's a great video. All right. I actually talk about the crowdfunding here. You get a little bit about. It's a short. I also have a shop where you can buy stuff. Where? Well, I've been robbed. No, I'm just kidding. Look at that. It just took a minute to load. But I'm also selling the Conspiracy Realist t-shirts here. I have a crop top version only on the music channel, and then I have artwork that you can buy. These are physical copies. If you donate, you'll get digital copies of the same artwork for yourself. And then also join my Truth or Talk. I know it's annoying that everybody's like, oh, join the email list, but now I'm really starting to understand, especially since there's so many people's channels that have been taken down. Thank you for the commenter that told me about Amanda Volmer from Yum Naturals. Her channel was taken down. That's my girl. I love her. She's a true warrior. So I didn't know. I'm going to go check on her after this and see where she's at and what's up with her. Yeah, that sucks. I'm currently moving to Gab and Parler as well. I'm not active on BitChute. I'm on there too, but not super active. But I wanted to. Oh yeah, I had some clips to share. So let me start with these clips. A couple clips I wanted to show you guys, and oh snap, and then I'll start taking calls. All right. So let me see. Oh no, I had all these up because I was reading comments. Damn it, nabbit. Okay, here we go. This is from my friends Joy Camp. I actually put their links in the description if you would like to watch the whole video later. Give them some love. Subscribe to them. They do great parodies. Benny does poetry. One third of Joy Camp, he's a poet too, and he has some awesome poems. But let me start this over. I just want to give you guys. I just want to give you guys some comedy today, but to subscribe to their channel, I'm going to put their link in the bottom too, so check it out.
Feeling angry? Tired of bigotry and racism? Are you experiencing spontaneous bouts of complaining? Do you find yourself triggered by just about anything? Then you may be suffering from ITS, Irritable Trump Syndrome.
Also known as Trumproids.
ITS is an infection of the mind caused by the rapid spread of bullshit, propaganda, and fear. As ITS attacks your consciousness, it calcifies the pineal gland, inhibiting critical thinking and the ability to receive information that challenges a pre-existing programmed paradigm. Other symptoms may include self-righteousness, blame, passive aggression, validation through social media, circular argument, depression, arrogance, stubbornness, herd mentality, attacking those who do not agree with, standing in solidarity, constipation, stress, statism, extreme cognitive dissonance, excuses to drink, meanness, smugness, bullying, denial, white guilt, hate, thinking you're smarter than everyone, and in some extreme cases, Trump worship. In the last few months, ITS has gone viral, and it's memeing hard. It seems to be infecting everybody. Well, we're here to tell you there's hope. The cure to ITS is easier than you think. First, turn off your television and sign out of Facebook. Next, go outside. You remember outside, right? Say hi to your neighbor and listen to what he has to say. Watch out though, his kindness may surprise you. Great! Now that you've calmed the down a bit, go ahead and ask yourself some bigger questions like, what is my purpose? How can I grow and be myself to the fullest of my potential? Why does the government infringe on my basic human rights? Why is there war? Why do I have to pay to be alive? How can I leave this world a better place than how I found it? What can I do to help? By reducing your ITS inflammation, you can help reduce flare-ups in others.
When my Trumproids were raging, I thought the swelling would never go down. But then I remembered that I'm the cure, and the answers I seek are within. I guess you could say I trumped my roids.
But whatever you do, don't consult your doctor about ITS. This message is brought to you by the universe, Great Spirit, and Source Energy, in conjunction with Mother Nature, Earth, and all those who came before you who dared to step away from the herd and stayed woke. Irritable Trump Syndrome. Just get over it already. Subscribe to Joy Camp. Support us on Patreon. And watch more Joy Camp by visiting our YouTube channel. Be careful though, our videos may surprise you.
Alrighty, guys. Happy Take Our Country Back Day. Alright, so I hope you like that. You didn't vote because you're from the Netherlands? Let me try and get back to the... Hold on, there we go. Yay. Whew! First time hearing of you. Glad to find you. Oh, really? Hey, you guys, I know everybody says this, but now I know why they say it. Could you guys, if you're subscribed, could you click that bell? Click that notification bell, right? If you guys want to see more of the videos, they do great stuff. Joy Camp. They are, I left their channel in the whatchamacallit? What is it called? The description section. So it's crazy. All right. It's almost 10:30. Let me see. Hold on. Let me. Did you guys see this? Don't use PayPal. PayPal is holding money against people. Again, a really I'm shadow banned. PayPal will not allow me to donate. Oh, yeah, are you talking about Michael Widow? Are you talking about in the chat? I'm completely demonetized, so I can't do super chat. I can't do super chat. That's why I'm, one of the reasons I'm doing this campaign to do this project, because that would be my job. Then I can do videos, I can make music, I can give that to you. So you're just saying in general, or is it just in this chat? Yeah, I'm completely demonetized. I don't make any money off of my videos, you guys. I've been demonetized since the beginning of the year. And before that, I was barely making money. They were like limiting my videos all the time. And then they just completely demonetized me. And then meaning I actually made some money up until then, and they held the money that I made. So fuck them. And now, like, it's just, I'm not gonna even, I mean, it's happening to everybody. I'm not a unique case, but it's evil, dude. It's evil. It's evil. Anyway, it's evil. It's evil. All right, so you guys ready to call? You guys ready to talk? I was gonna show a couple of clips. I might show them later, but I just realized I want to get going. If I went to 481-7464, donate. And wait, I'm gonna see if I pin this on the top. Yay! It's at the top. Who wants to talk? Can we talk? Are we gonna talk? Let me see. Anybody calling? 512-481-7464. Do you want to? Anybody want to ask me questions? Anybody want to say? Yeah, you think that they're gonna leave us? That you think they're gonna drag it out? Okay, the sticker in my head. Y'all know I voted. So proof. This your proof is like a sticker. I voted. There we go. Put in my water bottle. Call in a bit. Somebody else. Is anybody else gonna call? 512-481-7464. If nobody else calls, I'm just do another clip. And then if somebody calls in the middle of the clip, I'll just put you on hold. I'm getting used to, I want to have more, I have so much to learn, you guys. I got to learn. I'm going to try and stream from different platforms. I'm going to try and, or stream on different platforms. Tim Scott. If Trump wins, do you think he will do anything about the big tech censorship? I don't think he can do anything about it personally, right? I think it would have to be up to like the Supreme Court. So I think stuff will definitely happen, yeah, but it's not going to happen for a while. Like people that have lost their channels, they're probably not going to get their channels back for months if they do, you know, so... I mean, Trump, you know, one thing that's awesome about our country is that we have separation of powers, and he can't just go, like, even with, he can only send, you know, troops during the riots unless the governor said it was okay. He couldn't just send troops in. You know, he had to leave it up to the governors and stuff. That would be, and they, you know, they want him to do that because then they can say, oh, he's a dictator and stuff, you know. They wouldn't even admit that people were rioting. Okay, somebody's calling. Buenos dias. Who is this?
Hey, B, how are you?
Hey, is this Johnny?
No, this is Analog.
Oh, I'm sorry. You sound like Johnny. Very close.
I am a no Johnny.
Okay, I'm sorry. Hi, Analog Reasonings, right? Analog Reasonings? Is that
You got it.
All right, what's up? What's up?
How are you?
I'm great. I'm making notes because I'm trying to keep track of who called. All right, what's going on? How you feeling today? How you feeling about today?
I feel like a winner.
You do? Did you vote? Do you vote? Do you vote?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Did you vote? Do you always vote?
Always.
Oh, that's
always
cool.
Always exercise your right to vote.
But what if all the candidates suck? What if it was like Biden and Hillary? Like, who would you vote for?
I wouldn't vote then, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, right?
Actually, I'd vote for myself. I'd write myself in.
But you still gonna vote? You'd still vote for somebody just to vote?
No, I would write myself in, yeah.
Okay. That's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, you voted, obviously, so that's, I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I did. I'm shocked. I didn't think I was ever going to vote again after the whole Obama, after I was open to, like, the Obama situation. After, you know, I start to become awakened to that. So, you know, I guess you got to stay open, right? And just see how you evolve and be open to having your mind changed.
Right. Hey, have you noticed ABC, CBS, NBC, all them assholes, when they're doing their live broadcast here for the election, and it's all about Biden.
I haven't. I just got home. I'm gonna tune in after the show, like in an hour and 30 minutes, and see what's going on with that. I'm not surprised though, you know.
No, it's sickening though.
Yeah.
You know, Biden has all these different paths to the White House, but then Trump only has this one option, you know.
Yeah, I know.
But Biden...
Huh?
Go ahead.
But Biden what? No, you go. I couldn't hear you. Go on.
No, Biden, he's got 36 paths to the White House, and Trump has one. And if he doesn't win this one, it's over for Trump. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, but
But
we know they're biased. You know, we
Yeah.
don't. But they did this what?
They did this last time, the first election. So
Yeah, I know. But there are
I
way
think
more
they're going to
people
be.
voting. I saw 2 people in the comment section for the last video or the video that I did this morning. One person said one was a man, I think, and one was a woman, I think. And they both, one was 56 and one was 57. And they said that they voted the first time in their life ever. They never voted before. So people are coming out of the woodwork to vote for Trump.
There's a lot at stake here.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, if you want to stop killing babies, you got to vote for Trump.
Yeah, I mean, I think. Do you think that they're going to try and overturn Roe versus Wade?
Well, I think they're going to make at least some civilized modifications that if the baby's coming out of the woman's feel, that, you can't kill it.
Yeah, like that's crazy, right? Like even my mom is she would consider herself, I think, pro-choice, but she was like, "That's insane." Oh, we'd have a conversation. Oh, fuck you, Satan worshiper. Excuse my language, not you, but I was so mad when I heard that.
No.
I was
hear
like,
you,
yeah,
man.
you know
I
what they
feel
want?
the
They
same
want
way.
these babies because they sell the babies and they use them for experimentations and stuff. They don't just. I thought that they
Absolutely.
maybe just incinerate the babies and stuff, but they use them for experiments. So. Or whether they use it for experiments or they use it for, probably sacrifice and stuff like that,
They harvest the organs as well.
Yeah, they do that.
And they sell the organs off to the wealthy, who need organs for their kids.
Yeah. I mean,
And
it's terrible.
then the adrenochrome, after they kill the baby coming out of the womb, out of the baby's being birthed, and they're torturing this baby on the way out, and then they're selling that adrenochrome.
Yeah, I can see that too.
That's a sick group of fucks out there, man.
Yeah, I know. I mean, did you always I went through a period where I thought a lot of this stuff is very far-fetched. Were you did you always kind of just know that this was going on, or did you have a while where you're just like, oh, this is crazy, I don't believe this stuff, and then something happened and you're like, oh snap, now I believe it?
I think when I was young, Roe v. Wade was 73, and I was already, whatever the hell I was, age-wise. And
were you pro abortion always, or always against? What was? I like hearing from older people how they've changed and what their views are.
No, I've always been pro-life because
Okay.
the reason why I've always been pro-life is because I was brought up as a Christian.
Yeah.
Okay? And life is precious.
Yeah.
And I don't think by replacing the word kill, and you replace the word with choice, that it makes it right.
Yeah, totally. But
go ahead.
Oh no, I just wanted to say this too. Yesterday, I had a caller, we were talking, and I think that what was I gonna say? Oh, a lot of people are brainwashed too. They compartmentalize it, and what they're being told is, oh, it's just a clump of cells. It's just a bunch of cells, So when people imagine abortion, they don't imagine a baby, they just imagine cells. And if you just imagine cells, I'm not justifying this at all, but I think this is how the mind game, the Jedi mind trick that they play on people. If people are just imagining a bunch of cells getting clumped, it's not a baby, and therefore in their mind it doesn't have feelings, it doesn't, you're not hurting anything. That's how they're thinking, But have you seen that? I forgot who did it, but there was somebody that went out and they were pro they were pro-life, but they were like, hey, like, are you pro-life or pro-choice? And the people that were pro-choice, you know, he was like, well, can you just watch this video on how abortions are done? And they're like, sure. And then they watched the video, and they're automatically changed to pro-life. It just like horrifies them. And they're just like, oh my God, I had no idea that it was like this. You know, I had no idea that they're actually killing babies. And he's like, yeah, they're killing babies. They're killing babies, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah, live babies.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and I think at conception, the baby has a soul.
I do too. I do
And
too. Because you're merging
Yeah,
two people's, you know, people make the joke like, oh, sperm's golden. But a sperm isn't merging with something else. You're merging two people's beings with an egg and a sperm. When they merge together, that's, I believe, it begins at conception for sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now there's a group, Priests for Life. They have a website, and they showed these little fetuses at different stages after they've been aborted,
Wow.
and they're little human beings, man.
Yeah. You know, I used to be a medical courier. I've talked about it, and I've had to deliver all kinds of things. And one of my routes, I had to pick up specimens, and sometimes I have to look at the specimens and I have to categorize them and organize them. And one of the specimens I picked up was it was a fetus. A woman had a miscarriage, and it was 14 weeks, and it was about the size of my hand, and it was so disturbing. And I really just start thinking about 14 weeks. You know, it was, you can tell that it was a baby. It was just like, you know, so sad. You know, I had looked at the paperwork and it said miscarriage and stuff like that. So it was fully intact, but it was tiny. It was just a tiny baby. And I'm just like, this is what people like kill. Like, I don't know. It was so disturbing to me to think about that. Have you heard of Save the Storks?
What is it?
Save the Storks.
Save the Stork. No, I haven't.
So there's a company called Save the Storks with an S, and you know it's based on that. You know, like the whole myth about the storks bringing the babies, right? So what they do,
Right.
they have this really nice decked out bus, and they sit outside like Planned Parenthood abortion clinics, and they offer women a free sonogram that are about to go in to get an abortion. Do you know 4 out of 5 people that get the sonogram do not get an abortion?
That's awesome.
That's huge. And Planned Parenthood doesn't allow people to get sonograms. Because they know once they connect, they make that connection, right? That is
Right.
a human being. Because this is the thing. This is the trick, I think, out of luck, that they've Jedi mind tricked us into believing that what's inside the woman is not a human yet. You know? So, and that's why they don't give sonograms. That's why they say it's a clump of cells. You know?
Yeah.
So when somebody like Save the Storks, they go and they give sonograms to people, and they realize, oh, they see a baby moving inside them, they see life inside them, then they opt not to do it. You know?
Right. Yeah.
So
well,
it's-
you know what?
yeah.
The young women, the young girls. Actually, these are a lot of young girls. They're not even women yet.
Yeah, I know.
And the young women who are fallen victims of this, they don't understand that they just mark their entire future of damnation by doing that.
But really, are they really damned if they're brainwashed? I don't. You know what I mean? If they're brainwashed
Yes,
and tricked into
yes.
it, really?
Yes, they are.
Why?
Yes,
How?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Okay. Why?
Because any reasonable person, if somebody tells you that's not murder, that's a choice,
Mm-hmm.
I would say, you know what, fuck you.
Yeah, but I don't
That's
know.
what I would-
I don't think that's really fair. You know, if you've had that kind of upbringing and stuff, and other people haven't, because you said you're pro-life because you're a Christian. You don't think God would be forgiving if people were tricked into doing something like that? They're not doing it maliciously.
No.
Why? That's
No,
messed
and
up.
I'll tell you,
All right.
because listen, God may, I can't answer for God. God's gonna forgive who he or she wants,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
killing a baby has got to be the worst thing on earth a human being can do. I mean, if you really think about it.
Yeah, but
I mean, men go to-
what if you, I'm saying, but you're not really aware of it. You're not aware. I'm saying, like, you're like 15, 16, you get pregnant, your family forces you to get an abortion. So you're going to blame that teenager for getting an abortion. They don't even know, and they're told, oh, it's a clump of cells and it's okay, and that's propaganda that, it's a, like I said, you're a clump of cells, like there's no life in you, like, you're, I just I don't believe that. We just have to start. That means most of my friends that I've had, they're going to hell. They're going to burn in hell. I don't believe that.
Well, believe it.
I don't believe it. I'm not. I don't believe
Let
it.
me tell you,
I don't think that God is
when
that
I was,
evil, that horrible to like not forgive. Isn't God supposed to be forgiving? What if you ask for forgiveness?
well, God is forgiving, but do you remember the story of Sodom and Gomorrah?
Yeah, but that's open. Okay, yeah, go on.
No, you can't make excuses. God said, "Hey, find me just." He started out with like 100, and then find me one other person that believes in me and believes in this and doesn't behave like they sent 2 angels to Sodom and Gomorrah to warn Lot and his wife. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the people of that town, of that city, they went to the door and knocked on the door, and they wanted the 2 angels. They didn't know they were angels. They just thought they were outsiders, because they wanted to rape these 2 men who were angels. And Lot said, "Hey, listen, I can't let you do that. Take my daughters."
Yeah.
Because having visitors and having something like this.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sorry. Let me just, because I want to get to the next caller too, and I just want to wrap this up. But if you ask for forgiveness, right? Isn't that why Jesus died? If you believe that, right? If you ask for forgiveness and you make amends, that's the thing that I think that's awesome about Christianity is that you ask for forgiveness, you repent, and
No.
That's
a
I don't
lie.
know.
That's
I don't believe
the
that.
lie that they.
I don't believe that thing.
Gee,
Then
Gee.
what? I don't. That's stupid. I don't like. Really?
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It's dumb.
Because, listen.
It's stupid.
Okay, here's a good example. Okay.
I mean, like, let me just. That's
let's-
fine. I want to get to another caller. I'm not upset. We'll just have to agree to disagree. I just don't believe that. Then
let me tell you this.
What?
If you go out and you shoot somebody in the face in the next 3 hours, and then you're sitting there in a cell and you say, "Oh God, I'm so sorry I did that." I mean, what is he going to say? Wait a minute. What the hell made you go and do that? Well, because
I was an MK Ultra slave. But if you're
I believe
yeah.
that if I just say I'm sorry, you're going to forgive me.
No, but I mean, you don't just say you're sorry. You really have to make an effort to change your ways, and not like, if it's like you have an abortion, but then you say you're sorry, and but then you keep having abortions and keep having. That's maybe a different story. But if you kill somebody in self-defense, you can still be sorry, but you had to do what you had to do to save your life. That I don't think that you're gonna, die. I mean, you're gonna burn in hell. You're like you're a damnable person, because it depends on the circumstances. It depends on, So I just.
Let me ask you this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
If they just arrested somebody out there where you live, who made it their mission in life to go out and kill other families' babies.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he stood before God in judgment and said, God, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. I didn't think there was anything wrong with that. I mean, would you buy that?
Well, first of all, if it was my family and stuff, no. But I think that people believe. But I think if he made an honest effort, like, then you don't believe in prison reform. You don't believe that criminals can change their lives and get better. You know.
I believe very few of them can.
Well, we'll just have to agree to disagree. But you know what? Let me take this next caller. Thank you for calling.
All right, B.
All right. Bye-bye.
Be good.
Okay, bye-bye. Hey, what's up? Who is this? Hello? Who is this?
Hey, I'm going to turn on my phone. Hey, it's Denise again. How are you?
Oh, hey, what's up? Good. Go on, girl. What's up?
There's several different things. Philippians says, for it is God which worketh in us both to will and to do of his good pleasure. So we're not going to go around killing because we're going to be doing God's good pleasure. It also says that in John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever so believeth in him should not perish. But it also says that we need to repent. We need to repent. Also, it continues in John. All right. There's also another verse in Romans that says that what's happening today is that they didn't think, Romans 1:28, they didn't think it worthwhile to maintain the knowledge of God. So he gives them over to a reprobate mind, to a depraved mind. They're not going to do the will of God because they're not thinking. We kicked God out of schools. We kicked God out of work. We kicked God out of everything.
Yeah.
What do you think's going to happen when we don't have God? All right, Leviticus 17, talking about the baby and the life. The Leviticus 17 says life is in the blood. The second that baby gets a heartbeat, man, that baby's got life. It's a human being, man. It's conceived. The minute you join the sperm and the egg, you've got a little human, the ergo and everything else. You get that heartbeat. You're stopping a heartbeat. There's life in the blood. So anyway, there's so much there that y'all are talking about.
Yeah. I don't know. If you believe in, you got to believe that if people really want to change and then that's possible. You can't just
That's why we have the blood it's the blood of the Lamb that cleanses us from all sin. And when we ask for forgiveness, he gives us that. It's a nail right on the head. Ding, 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 nail on the head. Charlie, we ask for that repentance. We go to God before we die. Because after we die is the judgment.
Yeah.
That's too late and when. But before we die, we recognize that, Lord, you died. That blood cleanses me from sin. Old Testament, they covered the sin every year with, I'm Messianic Jew. They covered the sin every year. But when Jesus died, he took our sin and threw it as far as the east is from the west. It is no more. God looks at me through the blood of Jesus Christ. But as it says in Philippians, he works in me the willing and the doing of his good pleasure. I'm not going to go around and keep doing crack cocaine or doing whatever I did. I've been delivered. Yeah. I'm not going to keep getting drunk. I've been delivered. Yeah. I've got victory over the abortion. God forgave me. I went through the post-abortion class. I've got victory over the child abuse I suffered. I'm not beating my kids. I didn't beat my kids. I got victory over things that should have killed me, should have taken me down the path of complete alcoholism. My mama had 2 liver transplants by the time she was 65. Yeah. So this is what the blood of Christ does for us, is he forgives us. And then we can go on the right path. We can go on the true path, his path. His word is going to be a light unto our path, and he's going to light our way. That's what he's going to do. And we're not going to have a desire to do those old things. We're not going to have a desire to kill. We're not going to have those desires because we're going to focus on his desires.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. But, and then you also, then you believe just everybody that's in jail that has done something, they can never turn their life around, If you're a prostitute or maybe you had the wrong parenting or you're just a messed up situation, all these trafficked kids and stuff, God knows, what they've been through and stuff and how it shaped them. But if they want to, turn around and even, I'm not a saint or anything, but, I'm thinking about, some of the people that even the elite, the Illuminati, some of the stuff that they did. When in our podcast, we interviewed Richard Grove from Tragedy and Hope, years ago, and he said something that stuck with me to this day. And I was like, yeah, F those elite people. They're so evil and blah, blah, blah. And he was like, well, you know what? You have to forgive them too. And I was like, oh, why? And he was like, well, think about it. If they're in those families, the abuse must be massive. They must be massive, you know? So
It's all in the forgiveness. I have to forgive the woman the guy that raped my grandmother. I mean, hey, I'm a product of rape. My dad was a product of rape. You know, I have to forgive that man.
Yeah.
I have to forgive the people that molested me as a kid. If I carried that hate and that anger, how horrible my life would be.
Exactly.
How bitter I would be. I would be burning down towns because I would be that angry.
Yeah,
at the white man, black man, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, totally.
You know what I'm saying?
No, you hold that in you. And there are people that have wronged me, and I you know, it's not easy, but you just because you forgive somebody doesn't mean you have to like hang out and be friends with them. You just can't hold that hate, and you got to project that energy somewhere else. Yeah.
Maxine Waters just said that she will never forgive the black man that votes for President Trump. And I'm like, you know what the Bible says? As you forgive, you are forgiven.
Yeah, but she's no religious person.
You're not forgiven.
She doesn't serve God.
Huh?
She doesn't serve God. I don't believe she serves God. She doesn't.
Well,
you know.
I know that's going to be between her and God to decide. But I do say that your walk talks, Maxine Waters, your walk talks.
You know, Maxine Waters. I'm from LA. I'm from her district, actually. That she's around.
The one she doesn't live in? You mean the one she doesn't live in?
Yeah, I lived in the district she doesn't live in, the one that she's in charge of. You know, things have not changed. There's a guy, I forgot his name. He's running against her. I should have promoted them. I wasn't thinking.
Colin comes to mind, but I don't think that's right. I thought it's C.
Yeah, it's a black guy. He's real adorable.
Yeah.
And he has a video. He has a video just like kind of really similar to Kim Klacik, my girl. And I don't know her, but I love Kim Klacik. I hope she wins today too. I know those are
the ones I'm praying because they both walked through the districts and they said, "This is the district. You folk were here again. This is going to continue."
And they live there.
This is it. You know.
Yeah,
what are you going to do?
They live there. So they have an emotional, interest in. They're going to be committed because they live there and they want to see stuff change for the better. Whereas Maxine Waters, she's somebody that's just gone and she's like, she's used the people. And it's like, for a while, oops, sorry. But it was really hard for me to see because, I think we're so programmed with this race thing, right? And I'm just like, for years, I was like, oh, she's a sister. She's a black woman. We got to support her. But I'm just like,
kinfolk don't mean kinfolk.
I know, but it's just like you gotta like.
That's what I learned.
Yeah, I know.
I learned this too. I got black family members. I got black nephews and everything. So it's like I know who my kinfolk are, but I know who my kinfolk say they are, but that don't mean kinfolk.
Yeah, exactly. So I just, but I'm glad now. I'm really blessed and very just very grateful that I'm not saying that I'm perfect and I don't have prejudices against people, but I'm really glad. One of my friends, she came over this morning. She stood in line with me to vote, and then we hung out, we had breakfast, and she's black too, and we were just talking about just how so glad we're not on that racism thing, and how it's freed us up to have so many more like what's the word? Just have a freer mind, but also just a better life. To live in this reality where you're like paranoid and superstitious and just thinking that the whole world is against you just because of how you look. That's hell on earth.
Yeah. This ain't
terrible.
Home. This ain't home.
And these people.
This is not home. It's like
Yeah, and these people.
I was talking about.
Oh, sorry. I was saying these people that think because Maxine Waters is black, and they haven't really looked into her history, and they don't really understand what she stands for. And it's like, okay, well, how does this person that started off as a politician earn a $6 million house, doesn't live in a district that she's in, and has had lots of money given to her to fix the problems in the neighborhoods, but the problems in the neighborhoods aren't fixed? Maybe we should stop giving her money and give our money to somebody else that's actually going to fix those problems.
And wasn't there something about her husband working somewhere that was at some bank or something, and the bank got a bailout? And her husband's the one that had stock or something in that bank?
I don't remember. I don't know. I don't know that. Maybe.
Oh, no. I was just reading about that the other day.
Well, you know, and somebody in the chat is just missing Kamala Harris prosecutor record is crazy. And Black people remember that. They know that. She even blocked evidence. And people that, like, smoke weed that went to jail, that had families. Like, think about the men that were taken away from their families, that are like, and then you think you take into account the prison system and how that is, how a lot of politicians have stock in the prison system. They're not interested in giving people clemency or getting people out of jail. They want more slaves. It's modern day slavery. And these people have been tricked into.
What are the reparations she's going to do for all those men that she put in jail and all that family time they lost?
Yeah, you can't get that back. You can get that back. Did you guys see the video? I should I'll play that after when I'm waiting for somebody else to call. But did you see the video? I'm gonna make a note of it. About the guy, I was like almost in tears about the guy that was granted clemency. He was a Black dude, and he was like, thanking President Trump for granting clemency.
I watched all of them.
For his son. He was like, he lost. He was like, I lost both of my parents in jail, but I have my son. And it was like, oh my God, just like, because this is what I live for.
And you know what? The Democrats are getting angry. And why are they getting angry? Because he's helping an African American man.
Well, there have actually been a few people that I've seen that have spoken on getting out of jail and being able to get a fresh start on life, and that was one. But I don't know. I guess just the fact, I always get teary-eyed with parents and their children, and he got his dad back, and his dad, it's going to be, and I bet you his dad is probably
like 18 or 19 now, isn't he? Isn't he like 18 or 19? He looked he was tall, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I thought he was like maybe younger, but maybe, I don't know. I didn't hear what age he said he was, but I just was like, how many people want a second chance that have gone to jail? A lot of people too. Somebody said the son is 22. He looked like a teenager. He looked so young, but still, that's still his son. That's still his son, and he's got his dad back. They both have each other back. Like, it was really teen. He had not seen it was 20 years, so he was 2. Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying. He missed not the first step or whatever, but everything. And how can you ever get that back? But you know what? God bless him and the grandparent stage of life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And what goes on forward.
Yeah. I mean, it's wonderful to see that happening. And you got to believe that. That's just like, come on, if people are going to really willing to turn their life around, you got to believe that they can get a second chance. As long as people want, you can't be like, go to jail for killing somebody and then come out and go kill some more people. I'm like, give me a second chance. No, you have to stop killing people first.
Right.
And then you get a second chance.
And be baptized.
Yeah.
Repent and be baptized. You change 180, you go the other way.
Yeah.
This is wrong. I'm going to do right. Now, like my granny said, that's wrong. Now, you don't do right. You're going to do wrong, I'm going to beat you good.
All right, so somebody says Joe Collins. Joe Collins is a guy that was voting.
Wait, I'm going to see if I can real quick with them. Abby Johnson is the woman's name that I saw this January down at the Say Yes to Life convention. She worked for Planned Parenthood 8 years, and she started working with Planned Parenthood as a Christian, thinking she was going to help minorities with their health care. Okay, and that was the thing. But then 8 years later, she's finally pulled into her room and says, watch this. The guy shows her the abortion. She quits. Now she goes on and does these things, for pro-life. Her name is Abby Johnson, and she's the one that enlightened me this year about my abortion in 81, about a blind abortion. They didn't let me see an ultrasound. They didn't let me hear
Yeah.
a heartbeat. I didn't know the nurse. I didn't know the doctor. I didn't know anyone. Walked in, it was over. Monday, I found out I was pregnant. Friday, I had the abortion. It was that quick.
Wow.
Okay, by Thursday, Wednesday, I was even getting stuff inserted into me to prepare me for the abortion.
Jesus.
Okay, so it happened. I was being whirled around so fast, I didn't know what was going on. And I know when I prayed to God to forgive me, I know He forgave me, because there was a lot in there that had I seen arms and legs, and I would have seen arms and legs, because my baby would have had arms and legs, but they told me massive tissue. They lied. They got so much blood on their hands.
Yeah, I know.
You know,
I know.
and I know that God is a forgiving God. If I have forgiveness now, that's the key. Look at the cross now. After I die, it's too late.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, Denise, let me get on. I saw somebody else trying to call.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Thank you,
calling.
God
All right.
bless, and I love what you're doing. You give me hope, girl.
Oh, thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, I had somebody else calling. Sorry, I was trying to get the call-in time. You want to call back? I think this is you. Oh, come on. Answer. Hello.
Oh,
Hey, what's up?
not much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Who's this? What's your name?
Lenny?
Hey, Lenny. Have you called before? No, huh? First time?
Yeah.
You have called before. Okay. Hey, Lenny, what's going on?
Not much. So, what are you thinking about tonight?
I'm thinking landslide, but I think they're going to try and obstruct it everywhere, every which way they can. I'm just
Yeah.
waiting to see how they're going to obstruct it. I'm not even worrying about a win, and it's not me being arrogant, but I've just been, I'm talking to people. A, okay, I know that he honestly won the first time. B, I know because of the walk away movement, because of Brexit, there's already a lot of people coming over. I know that the coronavirus has pissed a lot of people off. The coronavirus scam stuff has pissed a lot of people off, and it's turning them over to the other side. I know that there are a lot of silent voters. I know people that are family members, friends that are afraid to tell other people that they're voting for Trump, that are voting this time. I'm voting this time. I didn't vote last time. And Biden just sucks, man. I don't he's
Yeah.
apparently, whether you believe he's pretending to have dementia so he doesn't, have to own up to all the stuff that he's done, all the treasonous stuff that he's done with China, his relations with China, or whether he really has dementia, he's just terrible. And then I look at the rallies, and I look at all the support.
Exactly.
I mean, the rallies are the real polls to me, all over the country. The support he even has in different countries, And so it's so exciting.
And the pop-up rally.
And the pop-up rallies, yeah.
And in places that you would never think, in Beverly Hills, in New York City, here in New Jersey. Then our governor is actually having the police investigate the Trump supporters for organizing the rally this weekend on the highway.
So where are you from?
Jersey.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, you're the guy that had the friend killed by the illegal immigrant guy? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
God, that was a while ago. Yeah, you haven't called in a while. Okay, I remember that. So they're having wow, just because you had a pop-up rally?
Well, see, they're saying because they obstructed traffic on a busy highway.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Are
Are
they investigating all the Antifa people that are out there burning shit down?
No. As a matter of fact, our governor, he marched with the anti-police protesters. Granted, that protest, from what I remember, was peaceful, but he's arresting anti-lockdown protesters.
What a demon. Well, we know where he stands, right? Now it's become apparent because of the extreme measures that people like him are taking, and then they're ignoring all the other horrible stuff that's going on. If you want to do both sides and be like, oh, okay, both, yeah, but they're obviously ignoring the people that are hurting people, that are murdering people. That they found the guy that got murdered, that was a Trump supporter, the Rastafarian guy. They just shot him up. Have they found those people? Are they making? They didn't even make on national news with that, right? The people that have gotten shot. They didn't even care about the people that have gotten killed in the during the rioting, right?
Right.
They haven't. Wasn't there a Trump supporter that was killed in Portland or something? Like, have they? I think those
That
guys.
guy that shot
found-
the Trump supporter in Portland, they found him.
But if it was the other way around, the news cycle would be all the news cycle. We would never hear the end of it, though, right? They weren't really that vocal about that story. I hate these people so much.
Well,
they're so evil.
That they are. That goes to show you. Somebody made a really good point. Yeah, everyone's boarding up, fearing post-election violence. You don't fear violence from Trump supporters.
Ain't no skinheads out there. Yeah, it's not the Trump supporters. It's gonna be. I mean, I got food tonight. My friends and I were hunkering down. I'm not scared of skinheads. I'm not scared of KKK members. I'm not scared of white supremacists. I'm scared of.
I mean, it's kind of
Antifa.
scary. I heard the riots in Philly. I'm not that far from Philly. I heard the helicopters going over my house, and I heard the sirens.
Do you have some food and stuff to stay in for a while?
Yeah, and
do you,
I got a little.
Do people know?
something.
Do people know your political leanings? I just wouldn't. The only thing you can do is just kind of make sure you're prepped and armed, and also just really not let people know your political leanings around you.
I mean, over here, everyone's mostly for Trump. I mean, I see.
Oh, you lucky duck.
I see a few Biden-Harris signs, but I mean, I think they're pretty harmless.
Okay, well that's good. That's good. You're in a good neighborhood,
Yeah.
though. I mean, I think knock on wood. I think I'm pretty safe too because I'm in a Democratic neighborhood. I mean, I live in a apartment. I don't have a house or anything. I'm a Democratic neighborhood, but I don't advertise who I vote for, and they're not going to burn down their own neighborhood. So,
I mean, I remember not too long ago. It was funny. I had my MAGA hat on, and I'm jogging in the park. So this lady leans out the window. I hope your fucking car blows up.
Oh my God, that's terrible.
Yeah.
These are the most awful
So
fucking people
I
I've
just
ever
looked
met in
at
my
her, I
life.
was like, wow, real tolerant, right? And then she sped away, and then a black lady came by, and she goes, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah." And then so the lady, she turns around, and she said that she needs to be careful. I'm a white nationalist. And so the black lady goes, "Yeah, man, because of you, of people like you, I'm voting for Trump."
Yes, exactly.
And then her jaw dropped. She goes, "I know this young man." She goes, "I've seen him here before. He's always smiled at me and said hello to me. But I know people like you." She goes, "I know people like you. You act like you're my friend, but you call the cops on me because I'm black and I'm in a white neighborhood."
Yes,
like you.
preach. Yes, those are the real racists. And it's frustrating because I've made a couple. I don't really harp on racism a lot and talk about it, but I think I made a video. It was like when did I make the video? Like a month ago, and I was talking about an experience that I had in high school and how not everybody, but some people involved I thought were racist, and then people jumped in on my comment section, and they were like, "Oh, you sound just like a leftist." I'm like, "No, motherfuckers, you're trying to pretend that racism doesn't exist." Like, there's this really weird line where, okay, I don't think everything's racist. I don't think that because I'm black, everybody is against me and everything is racist, but there are racist people out there. And now that I look back in that situation in college, it was like the liberals, that the ones that were pretending that they weren't racist, they were the ones that were racist and were trying to sabotage me. Right? And they're the ones. So you can be white and be a racist. You can be black and racism, lives in all people and all races and all cultures. But it's not that it even doesn't exist. That's the thing that kind of pisses me off about
something?
Some conservatives want to pretend that like there's no racism. There is.
You want to know something?
Yeah. Oh, go on. Yes.
I'm sorry,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So it was actually a black guy that made me a conservative.
Oh, what? Who?
Yeah. It was a guy that I knew. I remember it was around the time of I was campaigning for Obama, and so we start talking about the election, and then I was like, "Oh, Obama's going to make America great," or something like that, something along those lines. Like, I don't remember exactly what I said, but he's going to radically change America. And he goes, "Yeah, America doesn't need to be changed. America's a great country." And he was like, "Yeah, I'm voting for McCain." He goes, "I'm a Republican." And I looked at him. And then so we started talking, and then he was like, "Okay, well, let me ask you something. Why are you voting for Obama?" So I gave my reasons, and then we started talking about race, and I shot off the usual leftist talking points, and then he goes, "Hold on, just think about that." He goes, "I'm not saying you're racist, but just think of this. You're saying I need you as a black man, I need you, a white man, to help me. That's not racist?"
Yes.
Like,
yes, that's so
I'm
true.
like, I never really thought of that.
It's supremacist.
Goes,
I wouldn't even say, because supremacist is like a, when you have a superiority, right? Supreme, think of the word supreme, superiority complex. So if you are a supremacist, you believe that people under you need help because they're too stupid, they're too, they're not sufficient enough to do it because they're more lowly than you, and they're not as smart, they're not capable, they're invalids. And this is the thing that pisses me off about a lot of the Black Lives Matter and the whole critical theory and the whole shit, like give us handouts, give us handouts, give us handouts. No, I like the Black economic plan that they're laying out, but they're still going to make people work for it, and they're going to teach Black people to be more financially literate, which I think is missing. But after that, it's done. Like, we're on our own, and it's like we need to be. If people are helping us in that manner to help ourselves, I'm totally fine with that. But if they're just keeping us dependent, so we're always asking for help, and that's slavery. That's slavery.
Yep, that's one.
Wow, that's amazing story, because I mean,
Yeah.
I find very rarely it's that people that have an open mind like you can actually change their mind. Even me, like, I'm stubborn. It took me a while to have the conclusions.
Then he gave me a book. It's called Liberal Fascism by Jonah Goldberg. He was like, "Read this book and let me know what you think."
What?
And it basically laid out the history of how the Democrat Party started the KKK, and then what else? The progressive movement, how they were the real racists. The founder of Planned Parenthood, she launched the Negro Project.
Yeah.
She was like, "We want to get rid of the black people, but we don't want word to go out that we want to get rid of the black people." So she said she was going to go and get members of the black community.
Yeah, I know. The preacher, she was going to go. Yeah, she was going to go to the churches. Yeah. Because they realized they had to be more stealth about it, And it's the same thing. Like, you look at, the politicians that have a vested interest in the prison system, and then they just happen to write laws, like, that 1984 crime bill that Biden wrote, and that gave harsher penalties for people that were smoking crack and cocaine, when it's basically the same drug. And then people, what am I trying to say? Yeah, it's basically the same drug, and they know that the people in the inner cities, like Black and brown people, like Latino people, Black people, they're going to get harsher sentences because they can't afford cocaine.
Yeah.
They afford crack sugar.
Like a drug of the elite, like rich
exactly.
white people.
Exactly. Cocaine's more expensive.
And on Wall Street did cocaine.
Yeah, exactly. And they're makes you just as violent and just as crazy. If you're addicted to it, you become just as much as a crazy person and evil, and you can cause just as much harm. But they knew that. They knew what they were doing. It wasn't like, oh, coincidence, So yeah, and ironically, Hunter Biden is a crackhead. Somebody, right? This is the karma.
Yeah.
This is the karma, right? That's really good, right? That's really good connection, Ryan James. So let me take another call, Lenny. Though, thanks for the story. That's so inspiring. And this is why too they censor. Just so you know, like with your story, this is why they want to censor people, because they don't want people hearing another point of view. They don't want people to think about these things,
Right.
So, because after the truth is out, nobody can go back to sleep, and they can't explain, right? So.
What really woke me up, the guy was like, "No, I can't vote for a Democrat because abortion is genocide for my people."
Damn, dude, it was deep. You must have had a lot of respect for him too, So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
Because I'm not saying you're racist. You're a good kid. I like you, but you're a young kid. You don't really understand.
Yeah.
Just think of it this way.
Go on. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
All
listening.
right. Well, I'll let you go.
Okay, cool. Thanks. All right. Next caller. LaJohn, you better hurry up. Hurry up in case somebody else wants to call. I'm holding up. Hold 1 second. I'm just going to go turn off the heater. Maybe burn it up. All right. Anybody calling? Hello. Who's this? This is John. The John? Or not? Who is this? Hello? 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 Oh no. I'm about to hang up. Can you hear me? All right. Call back. Okay. Hello? I'm trying to answer. Hello?
I'm so sorry, V.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, it's me. I am so sorry.
Hey.
I am jazzed about the day when I saw, because someone told me, okay, check this out. I'm in South Central right now, right? I just filmed my hashtag walkaway video. I wanted to do this South Central to show. Huh?
Is this LaJohn?
Yeah, it's LaJohn.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I got. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Oh, okay, cool. Like, I don't know. I was having issues. All right, cool. So, would you send it to me through the? You smoking weed? Why are you coughing?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you why. Look. Okay, that's why I'm calling you. Did you know? I'm gonna send you the video today. I'm sorry. Hold on. Look, I'm in South Central. Okay, you've heard of the rapper Nipsey Hussle, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I went to the spot he got smoked at. The very spot he got smoked at. And I filmed that, and you'll see, because I'm going to send a video to you. I'll be like, look, this is the result of what happens when you destroy a strong black man in the community. And I filmed the very spot where he got smoked at, because I'm here to see first thing in the morning before it gets crowded, because around noon, that's when all the Nipsey Hussle followers, they come around, hang around the area, like, oh, I followed all the fake ones. So I had to come in first thing in the morning to catch it. And you don't see when I seen the video. And that's why I'm smoking, because when you go to a spot like this, you kind of got to smoke one, because you realize this was a brother that was trying to do something positive for the community.
Yeah.
And he got smoked in the middle of doing that. Even though he had negative Trump policy, he was part of it. I don't know if I just had in the video, I forgot. But even though he made a fuck Trump song when he does fools, point is, he was trying to do something different.
Yeah.
And he got smoked. And I should have brought that up, that it wasn't the cops that smoked him. It wasn't a white man that smoked him. It was a brother that smoked him. And that's why Black Lives Matter, and I did bring it up in the video. Black Lives Matter don't ever talk about Nipsey Hussle's situation. Why? Because a black man killed him, not a cop.
Yeah.
Not a white guy.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? What's crazy? I bet you, had he been around long enough, he probably would have been pro-Trump.
Like these other rappers that we got now, like who low key.
Yeah.
The other day, I want to tell you something. Truth, look, once again, I want to apologize to you because the other day, because I had to take my earpiece out because I have my earpiece on listening to you, and I could barely hear what you were saying.
Oh, okay.
So some things you were saying, I didn't register. I was just going like, yeah. But I know about MK Ultra, and when you explained it, but I will say that you explained some more things and more aspects of MK Ultra to me.
Yeah.
And I want to let you know that thank you and about that. But there's some things, like I said, I want to apologize because sometimes I cut you off, and I look at myself like, damn, I'm a rude motherfucker when I'm on the phone with her.
Oh, no, I'm rude. I really am. I get my friends and my mom, like, sometimes they watch and like, I even people get comments. They're like, dang, Verstein, you need to let the person talk. So I'm really been trying to be aware of that. So it's, we're both, I think we're both excited.
Yeah, you said that last time, see, that's why with me and you here, folks, it's kind of a cool conversation because I'm like that too. I'm an Aries. I'm like so headstrong and blah, 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 to where I can take over a conversation as you know, probably, I can take over a conversation very easily. And you're the same way. So when you got two alphas, because you are an alpha girl, don't get it twisted. You're not a beta, you're an alpha. Yeah. When you get two alphas on the phone talking to each other, you have that happen to where eventually we're going to try to overtalk each other. And I apologize because I love hearing your point of view. That's why I listen to your show.
No, it's cool. It's all cool. So could you send the video to info@truthertalk.com?
Yeah, that's why I want to call you. That's why. And before I let you go, I didn't want to go. That's why I was going through your old videos right now to get the link to make sure. I know I had it, but I want to make sure I had the right one. And I saw you were live. I said, "Oh fuck that! Let me get on live with my girl right now." Then bullshit. And I know I'm seeing you the video right now, and I'm on my way to vote Trump right now.
All right. You're in LA, so you're probably not gonna broadcast it, right? Because people are going crazy right now.
Who are broadcasting voting? So, but I'll probably take a picture of my ballot to show where I voted if I can see it in. But I don't know. I might broadcast. I don't know. It depends.
You know what I do? I wore red though. I didn't wear. I actually have a Make America Great Again, but my hair is so big. It takes a lot to put my hair under the hat.
Hey, you want to hear something crazy?
What?
I bumped into a worker this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I told him I'm gonna vote, right? And it was a Hispanic worker, like loading up beers for a store, right? And I said, man, I'm voting Trump 2020. He goes, man, right on, dude. I'm voting the same thing.
Yes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But you know what I did? I'm wearing red today, right? It's like Crips. It's like Crips in the Bloods, right? I feel like, right, with the war that's going on, like we're the Bloods and like the Democrats are the Crips. But like
no. I got one for you. The Hatfields and McCoys.
What?
The Hatfields and McCoys.
The Hatfields.
You don't know about the Hatfields and McCoys?
No.
Oh, how young are you? You gotta be like in your 30s, right? Okay, no. You ain't gotta say, but look, the Hatfields and McCoys are old rivalry in American history. It was like two of the oldest families that I forgot what started, but someone started beef. That way, sometimes in old school raps, they would say something about the Hatfields and McCoys, but it was like beefing, like it was two families who didn't like each other. And anytime they called, it was like the original shit gangster.
Oh, that's like Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet, kind of like Romeo and Juliet, right? The Montagues and the
kind of like that, but it was American and it was a whole family. It wasn't because of it had something to do with Romeo and Juliet. It was a love within the families, but then the families start beefing. So let's put it like this: if a Hatfield caught a McCoy slipping in traffic, he'd kill him on the spot, no questions asked. He killed him.
Jeez, yeah. But I mean, that was the whole thing between Romeo and Juliet, the Montagues and the Capulets. I think it necessarily wasn't really a love story, but it was just the fact that these two kids were caught up in their war between the families that they had.
Yeah, and they couldn't squash that war for their children's love.
Yeah,
Hey, if you go to my page, check it out. Because, my little YouTube stuff, because, I have to, I got my little YouTube thing, but, I don't really fuck with it. I did put some of my droids I said there. They're adult content, people, so don't think they spend no time in Jerry, censor style of fanfare. But I'm doing my art. That's what I do too. So if you like, click on my little page and you see my little stuff, that's what I'm doing because I'm working on my little stuff right now. But besides that, yeah, I'm about to do my vote right now, girl, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is the first time I voted for president in my life.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Yeah. This is the first time in my entire life I've ever voted for the president of the United States because growing up a black man, I was always told, oh, your vote don't matter, man. Don't waste your time. And, that's what they tell us.
Yeah.
And now that they realize that a lot of black people don't believe that no more, now they're going to be like, well, since you do want to actually use your vote, use it for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why even if he loses, I want to say, you know what? I can talk shit. So I say, I voiced my opinion. And my opinion was I voted for him. Shit.
Are they counting votes right now, or are they like have you been keeping up? I haven't. After I get off of this live stream, I'm gonna check in and see what's going on. But
yeah, see, because I heard that he took Florida and he's taking Ohio. That's what I'm hearing right now.
Oh shit.
And okay, here's something right now that's talking right now too for your info. There's something they're talking about right now. This is what they're going to blame it on when he wins right now. They're going to blame it on the Republican surge, all right? Because right now, they did early voting in a lot of states, right?
Yeah.
Because they wanted to get using a guy term, they wanted to shoot their wad early. So they shot their wad early, and right now, supposedly Biden's in the lead. But that's because they shut their wad early with the early voting. But now, today being the final day, it's a day when they expect all Republicans to come out and vote. So today is the day they're saying today. That's why people basically expect Trump to win today. Because they're saying, okay, the Republicans shot their wad. Okay, Biden's in the lead barely, and Trump supporters haven't even gone out yet.
Yeah.
So now, on the last day of election, Trump supporters are going to go out, and they're going to overtake Biden.
Well, I was looking at other polls and stuff that were showing that Trump was actually in the lead, especially like in Florida already. They're saying
that's what I'm saying. Florida, that's what I'm saying to you. I did say that to you.
Oh, you meant so you said
Florida.
Biden. Then you probably meant to say Trump. I think you said
No, that's right. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry if I misspoke. I meant to say Trump is taking Florida, and from early indications from when I have my sources too, because me, I gotta be reliable. I got sources that I follow reliably. And the sources that I follow have him taking Ohio also, which I believe is Joe Biden territory.
Oh, what? Did he even go to Ohio?
He's in Ohio, right?
Did he even go to Ohio? Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. I have to check from last time, but I think you're right that Ohio.
Yeah, I say Scranton, Ohio is Joe Biden. So if that's true, that should give you an indication of where the voting's going. If Joe Biden's home state is voting Trump, if what I'm hearing is true, that should tell you if Joe Biden's home state is voting Trump, what America's going to vote. All right?
Yeah. Well, I even know a lot of people. I saw a couple of analysis that California might even turn red, and I wouldn't be super surprised because I know.
I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Turn red.
Well, you're in
Cali.
You're in Cali, right?
I'm in Cali.
Have you seen Be Like Water Media? They've been doing really good coverage of all these pop-up rallies that have been happening in California in different counties, like in Beverly Hills. That one blew my mind. For those of you guys that are watching, Beverly Hills and West Hollywood.
Antifa attacked those guys.
Huh?
Antifa attacked the Beverly Hills Trump supporters. You know about that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Antifa went out there and attacked them because they knew with Beverly Hills being high profile that with Trump supporters going out there, that would be high profile. So Antifa went out there and they attacked the Trump supporters. And here's what the mainstream local news did when they hit the mainstream. They made it seem like, oh, Trump supporters and Antifa clashed. No, it was Antifa jumped the Trump supporters. The Trump supporters weren't there looking for no beef. They're just there saying, hey, we support Trump and God bless America. Antifa came up there like they always do and sucker punched the Trump supporters, and the media made it seem like, oh, well, both sides are going at it. No, one jumped the other.
Yeah, I know. These kids need their ass kicked. It's like their parents didn't whip them, so somebody needs to whip their ass. Like, I don't necessarily believe in whipping. Like, if I have kids, I'm not going to whip my... Well, I'm not going to need to whip my kids because I'm going to raise them right.
Hey, V, but we have to whip our children, V. V, don't get away from that. V, don't do that. We have to whip our children. All right?
You know what, though?
I mean,
Some kids...
it's not something you do all the time.
No, I know.
It's where they fuck
But
up,
I'm
be
just
like,
saying...
hey, so where they know in the back of their mind, if I fuck up, Daddy gonna put that foot in that ass.
Yeah, but you know what, though? I think that there are children that don't need to be whipped. If you can discipline them other ways. I was a kid that needed my ass kicked, though, because, you know, that's just how I am. You know what I mean? Like,
Christine.
What?
Am I pronouncing your name now? Christine?
Yeah.
Okay, look, I see what you're saying. There are some children who are super duper smart who all it takes is talking to them like, look, we're disappointed in what you did. We need you to straighten this up. And they'll mind and they'll get it right.
Yeah.
But the majority of kids,
yeah,
they need a foot in their ass.
That was me, dude. And I used to hate my mom, and my mom was more so. My mom would whip me in public. Back in the days when you can get your ass kicked in public. Mom, I got whipped at Disneyland. Okay. I got whipped at fucking. I remember the places I got whipped. Okay?
I was so crazy, but I was in a video of that.
Yeah, I got whipped in front of Dumbo. You know what? Actually, my dad whipped me in front of Dumbo. But my dad rarely whipped me. But my mom whipped me at the LA County Fair because I wouldn't get off of the bumper boats. I interviewed my mom for Mother's Day, and I asked her if she remembered that stuff. I didn't want to get off, and I was like holding on. My mom was like, "Get your ass." I got beat for every syllable, and I was like, "Ah!"
We gotta go somewhere else.
Yeah, you know. I would like to try it differently first, though, to see. You know what I mean? I'm open to that, but there's some parents that try and reason with their kids, and I don't believe in that shit. You don't reason with your kids.
Yeah, hey. But
you don't try to be your kids' friends.
But we need. That's something you should never get away from. That's something that parents should always have as ace in the hole. To where if your kids get out of line, look. I'm trying to raise you right, but if you get out of line, look, I'll put a foot in your ass. You'll see how harsh the world can be. And then you realize, straighten up with mom and dad, and maybe we can readjust. But until then, foot in ass until you get it right.
Oh no! Somebody said yes. I heard you, but I'm also looking at the chat. Somebody says the bear. Sorry if I'm saying this wrong. Bear Lauren Pinky. They claim the ballot machines are down here in Jackson, Mississippi. I voted for Trump. They're trying to steal the election with paper ballots. Oh, fucking
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why I waited until today, like you, because I remember. Have you voted already?
I voted at 7 o'clock today, a.m. So
okay.
yes.
Okay, I'm about to go because right now, because when I got there, I'm on my way. But when I saw you were live, I said, "Fuck that," because I'm in traffic right now, getting ready to go vote. And because that's why you probably hear traffic in the background because I'm at a bus stop getting ready to go to the nearest poll to me so I can vote and get this over with. Because I know because right now is the best time because a lot of people that do want to vote, they're at work. So I will catch probably some lines, but I'll catch the lazy fucks that probably actually do want to vote.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. All right, man.
Instead of catching the majority of people.
Yeah, no, for real. All right. Well, let me catch you later. Good luck, MAGA. And,
thank you, V. Hey, V.
Yeah.
Thank you. I love calling your show, and like I said, I keep apologizing because I hate when I listen because I listen to our shows when we told each other, and I hear you trying to say something, and I'll be just like, and sometimes the same vice versa. And damn it, I'm gonna get a better phone. That way I don't cut you off the bus and I was like an asshole. Damn it, dude, if I know me, I would think I was a major asshole.
No, I really don't think that. I really don't. I definitely cut people off too. So I'm really trying to be more mindful of that. So
see, don't you apologize. This is your show. We calling you for your presence. Don't you be like, oh, I'm going to cater. I mean, yeah, cater to us, the fans.
But I gotta let people
support you, but
I was like I just
but don't be like, I'm gonna. No, do you? That's what we find attractive about you. That's what we find sexy about you. Is that you got your voice and that you let it be heard. Now, if you sit back here and let some boring ass caller control the phone, and you sit there like, yeah, he's like, okay, I've always wanted to call you, and no, fuck that. Keep it exciting.
Okay.
All right. And we love you for it, V.
All right.
And I'm gonna call you later. Let you get these other callers. But keep it, V, and Trump, baby. Trump 2020. I'll talk to you later, baby.
Okay, much love to you, brother. Talk to you later. Bye.
All right, bye.
All right. All right. I'll probably take 2 more calls. Who's this? 2 more calls. 2 more calls. 2 more calls. Shit. All right. Who is it? One more. Somebody else is trying to call through. Hold on. Corn pop. 2 more calls. All right. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Who's this?
Just oh.
Oh, what's up? How you doing? Did you vote?
Good. How are
Do you
you?
vote? Do you vote? Did you vote?
Yeah, I drove from Houston to vote in Dallas because I'm registered in Dallas. So I drove.
Oh my
from Houston
God.
early this morning. So like it was like it's serious for me. Like I can't just sit back and just watch my country burn like that and shit like that. Cause
I know.
I just don't. Like you said, this is a matter of good and evil, and there may be. That left right paradigm that you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's too. It's probably true, but right now the country's too left.
Yeah.
It's too left. That's why people that are really centrist seem like they're right wing because the spectrum has shifted too far. But
So wait, isn't that a 6-hour drive?
you said what?
Isn't that a 6-hour drive? How far is it from
It's like three and a half.
Wait, from Houston to Dallas? It's 3 hours?
Yeah, probably like 3 hours, 3.5. I left like at 3 in the morning because I didn't want to fool with that Houston traffic. If you don't leave Houston on time, you're gonna be in Houston. You're gonna be trying to get out of Houston for like 2 hours.
Yeah, the traffic.
Traffic is so fucked up in Houston.
Dang, dude. Dang, you are not playing. I love it.
No, I'm not fucking around. But I've been calling since that first caller. All right, like
I'm sorry.
First caller, I can't just let that slide because like for me, I'm a Bible believer. Like I love God. But God calls us to be balanced and nuanced.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're not that, you become an extremist. And extremism is why there's such a huge divide in ideologies in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you don't interpret, when you misinterpret data, or you add into information that the information does not have, that's when you start getting distortions and confusion
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. All right, so I'm gonna say something that probably gonna piss a lot of people off, but that's cool. I gotta let my love thing. Like I said, I'm a Bible believer, but I think most people have this abortion thing wrong. I think most people don't really understand the issue. For me, the issue is not so much having an abortion. The issue is having government-funded abortions. If you want to have an abortion, that's your choice. I don't really agree.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it personally, but yeah, I know what you mean. It's still it's like God's judgment with you. But yeah, the fact that it's a government entity is definitely doing it. I definitely agree that Planned Parenthood should be defunded, and it shouldn't be something that you can just. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go on.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. But like for people that say they're Christians and stuff and believe the Bible, the Bible tells us to be imitators of God. God never infringes on your right to choose. He wants you to choose His way, but He's not going to take that right away from you. You know what I'm saying?
It's free will because we have free will, basically.
Yeah, and He's not going to force you to do anything. So. This goes back to kind of like medical freedom.
Mm-hmm.
If you can force a woman to carry a baby that she does not desire to,
mm-hmm.
then that means you can force somebody else to be injected with something that they don't desire to.
Yeah.
You know, that's the precedent you set. So people got to watch the precedent they set. That said, you know, I think that all the people that say it's a woman's choice, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because if a woman consents, if she consents to lay down with me, and I put a seed in her, that is where the choice for her ends. It's not solely her choice anymore. You know, like, because I put that seed there. She consented to let me do it. You know, so you know, like, her choice. As far as her choice, it ends once she lays down with me, because that's the consequences of of that. You know, so it's like you can't just say, "Well, it's a woman's choice." It's a woman's choice. No, it's between a man and a woman at that point.
Yeah, because she wouldn't get pregnant if it weren't for your seed. You know, and this is what I kind of touched on this yesterday. And I've had a few guy friends that this has happened to. And like I was saying, I dated a guy and I never thought about it until his situation. But, you know, like the girl that he was with before me had an abortion. It just really fucked him up. You know, he was just like, she killed my baby. That was my baby. Like, you know, like and the way that we're manipulated into society, because men, you know, they're wired to spread their seed, I would say. But we're also kind of, I think, given this false, like, I don't know, not premonition. I'll just say false, like perception that men don't care about their children, you know, and that it's okay, and all they care about is sex, and like they're heartless and they don't care. So really, it's the woman's choice, or it's the woman's responsibility or her choice or whatever. Even though the woman has to carry the baby, and they can say, oh, well, the guy can go off and make another, but the woman is stuck with, you know, carrying the baby. But, you know, men care. I mean, not all men care, but there are men too that are affected by abortion too. You know, they're emotionally distraught when their baby is killed too, and nobody really talks about that, you know, about how that affects men.
Yeah, and you know, it's like for us to just say that you know, men could just have another child with somebody else. Like, we're human beings. We're not animals.
I know. Yeah.
You know, we have, you know, humans have you know, there's a deeper connection that humans have with each other than animals. An animal would eat their own child or their own offspring.
But you know, even animals mourn and stuff when their animals die. You know. They mourn and they cry and they, like, you know,
There are animals that eat their own babies.
Yeah.
You know, so we're humans.
Yeah, we're humans. Yeah.
You know, it's like you can't. People got to stop dehumanizing other people. You know.
Totally.
It's wrong.
Totally.
But then also you know, back to this issue. You know, from a Bible perspective, the Bible says that God breathed the breath of life into Adam, and he became a living soul. So that says a lot about where one's life begins. And, you know, from that verse and from other verses, life begins and ends with breath. You know, like if you have sickle cell anemia, you're really lethargic because you're not carrying oxygen. You know, your breath is not efficient. When it says the life is in the blood, yeah, that's true. You know, your breath is carried by your blood, and that oxygen will nourish your body. A fetus does not breathe. A fetus is in water. That blood that's circulating, the oxygen that's circulating through a fetus is from the mother. So that's actually the mother's breath. That's the mother's life. Does that mean that you should terminate that? Hell no. That's kind of like cruel.
Yeah.
That's cruel, and you know, I think that this argument we have about abortion it's a misunderstanding of information, but then it's a breakdown of morality.
Yeah.
You know, because if two people consent to lay down with each other, you know, then what are we really talking about?
If they really do, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on.
I'm just saying, both of them made a choice to lay down with each other, and every choice has consequences.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
so we can't just be saying that well, this is not, this is my decision. No, it's our decision.
Yeah.
You know, we both lay down, we both consent to lay down with each other, and that's what it is.
It takes two to
So
tango. You know,
yeah.
and it's interesting because shit, I lost my train of thought because, but yeah, I think that you're absolutely right about that. Oh, if they overturn Roe v. Wade, like everybody's scared they're gonna do, like the left is scared they're gonna do, or even if they defund Planned Parenthood, they'll probably defund Planned Parenthood first. But I think that it's really going to force people to really rethink their relationships in society and stuff, which we should, because I think talking about this with somebody the other day, these past few decades since the 70s, is like we're having a lot of, I think, issues in society because of the breakup of the family and relationships and this whole morality thing around abortion. All these people saying, what I mean. It's really the whole way that we think about relationships has totally been changed because of Roe versus Wade. And what's interesting? Anybody listening? I don't know if you know this, but the lady's name that Roe v. Wade, her name was Norma McCorvey, and she actually never had an abortion, and she actually came out later and repented and said that that she was used and that she doesn't agree with abortion basically, and she's pro-life.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Roe v. Wade actually Wade was the lawyer. Wade was a lawyer. Jane Roe was a lady. They didn't use her real name. Her name was Norma McCorvey. Look it up. She is actually pro-life, and she said that the Democrats or whatever used her to promote their agenda. And she was just a kid, and she didn't know. And she was pregnant at the time, and she didn't even have an abortion. So check that's crazy within itself,
And that goes back to just the lack of information, the not knowing history, not knowing that this whole argument was based on a false premise.
Mm-hmm.
And,
just like everything.
And then one thing you were telling that first caller about when he was talking about people gonna burn in hell, like that's crazy, like that's not true, that's not biblical. The Bible doesn't say that. Like the Apostle Paul, he was killing people left and right. He was killing women, children, men. He was dragging people, and he wrote most of the New Testament. So to say that because somebody, even if they willingly got an abortion, right, they're not going to hell for that. Like there's only one thing you can go to hell for, and I'm not about to get into all that. But and even this whole concept about burning in hell, like the word hell in the Bible is mostly just talking about the grave. Like you don't die and go to hell. Like the hell, the lake of fire is the final judgment. People don't read the Bible, so we get all these fucking myths, and it just drives people astray. Like people just don't understand it. And that's why I'm saying, like, the time I called last time, I had to really scrutinize all my beliefs and really put them to the test. And I had to unlearn a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
But because I did that, I'm now freer. I'm freer to live my life.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So.
Dang, dude, this is deep. This is deep combos these last few days. But you know what? Let me let you go. It's 12. I gotta go. I will be back tomorrow, you guys. Let me do my promos and then I'm out. But thanks for calling, O. You be safe on your drive back to Houston. And
all right, cool. You have a blessed one.
All right, much love to you guys.
Y'all be blessed.
All right. I'll talk to you. Bye.
All right.
Bye. All right, guys. I am out for today. Well, let me do my promos again. Donate to my BIV. Oh, thanks. I got some more donations. I appreciate that, you guys. Thank you so much. You can watch the video here, and also I explain everything. I give the breakdown of the money that we're trying to raise, how much I need. You have your perks on the side. Watch the music video, share the music video. If you cannot vote, if you cannot donate, I'm taking donations as low as $5. $5 adds up, okay? If I have enough people, like 47,470 people, just give me $5, I will, like, make my goal. So, I don't mind if the donation is small. If you're still broke and you can't even donate $5, please share the video and get it to people that can donate. I would really, really, really appreciate that. Join my email list. Join the email list on the music page, the Biavi, my band page. Join the email list on Truth or Talk, because they're taking people's channels down, so that's the first way for sure I can keep in touch with people and let you guys know where I am. That's it. And for the Joy Camp video that I showed earlier, the link is in the description, and you can look at that. And then I had a couple other links. I didn't get to show them today, but they're down there too. Just a couple of inspirational, things you might want to check out. But let's keep our fingers crossed that I am confident that Trump is going to win, but I am not confident that this is going to be, they're going to go down so easily. So just, stay safe out there. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10. And yeah, guys, peace, truth, love. Bye-bye. Mwah.